Hello everyone, my name is Shane, and in this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing. I'm going to give my first impressions on the Samsung Galaxy Z Trifold. This phone was released in the US a couple of days ago. I was fortunate enough to get one before it sold out pretty much immediately. If it happens to be available when you're watching this video, I'll have links to it in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. The retail price, $2,900. Comes in just one configuration. We have the crafted black color with 512 gigs of storage and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Let's see what we get in the box for $2,900. On top, we have an accessories box here. Our first look at the Trifold. Super excited to check this out. Still cold from shipping here in the winter. We have a 45-watt charger included in the box, so this does support faster charging. Really hyped about that, actually. We have a case included in here, also nice to see. So we have Samsung's carbon case here that was also on the Fold 7. However, this one for the Trifold does have some hinge protection. And our usual suspects, we have a little bit of paperwork here, a SIM ejection tool, and a USB Type-C to Type-C charging cable. Let's go ahead and check out the star of the show here, the Galaxy Z Trifold. Wow. First impressions is just wow. This is crazy that this is a tri-folding device. Let's go ahead and fold for the first time. Wrong direction. Hinges feel pretty sturdy here on the first folds. First impressions of the Trifold in the hand. Definitely feeling the chunkiness of it given the tablet form factor it has. Here is a side-by-side with the Fold 7, so similar thicknesses given the actual parts of them themselves. But with this extra portion added here, we are actually getting some extra battery life on this. But honestly, design-wise, pretty similar overall. The cameras look pretty much identical. We have the same camera system in this Trifold as the Fold 7. People have been comparing it to the Fold 6 in terms of thickness because it's 12.9 millimeters on the Trifold and 12.1 here on the Fold 6. But this definitely still does feel chunkier given the larger overall screen size. Physical tour here on the side, we have the same positioning of the volume rockers and the fingerprint sensor. On the bottom, we have our Type-C port, pretty much the thickness of the phone itself. But what is great this year, we finally have 45 watts super fast charging 2.0. I am so glad Samsung has finally added their fastest charging speeds to their top end device. On the top, we have a few more mics. We have our other speakers, so dual speaker setup on this. Looking at the hinge on the right side, overall, it is very slim, so you don't really feel it all that much. It's a comfortable feel in the hand. And the larger hinge on the left side actually feels even flatter compared to previous folds, even though the thickness is back a bit. And then to get to the SIM tray, you actually have to open up to this portion of the phone. So this inner portion, we actually have another mic here, and then we have our SIM tray, which inside here looks like we have room for just one SIM card. Perhaps in other regions of the world, this could be a dual SIM setup, but just a single SIM card here in the US, and there doesn't appear to be any micro SD expansion here. Looking at the bottom fully opened up, it is kind of interesting that one portion of the phone is actually a little bit thinner than the others. So I think this one is 3.9 millimeters of thickness, and then these two other portions are 4.2 millimeters, but I guess for it to just properly fit, each one cannot be the same exact size. But overall, the phone still feels very solid when it's folded up and also feels solid and sturdy when fully opened up. But now here's our first look at the 10.1-inch inner display. Obviously the star of the show here with this Trifold. Just crazy to have this tablet in this form factor that you can just fold up, put right in your pocket. We also have on the outside the 6.5-inch display that we just saw for the first time on the Fold 7. Been loving this new larger outer display. And also turning this the other direction too, this is also a really solid feeling form factor here. Whereas on this Fold 7, you don't really have that experience because it is just a square form factor. So whichever way you have it, it's pretty much the same. Checking the weight on this Trifold. Yep, coming in at 322 grams. That's pretty heavy. If we take the Fold 7 here, feels much lighter in comparison. Yeah, 217 grams. I have a Fold 6 here as well. That was a bit heavier, 250 grams. Here's my Fold 2. That's coming in at 284 grams. So really not that far off from a device that had a much smaller outer display, much smaller inner display. We are getting so much more screen real estate here. So overall, the package really does not feel all that bad considering the amount of screen space you're getting. As far as any gaps on this phone, it looks to be completely flush here with the gaskets between each parts of the phone. You can maybe see through a tiny bit there in the folded portion. First impressions of the case in hand, really nice feel. Doesn't seem to add too much more weight. With the case added, it's only adding about 30 grams of weight overall. For the first time ever on a Samsung official case, we actually have hinge protection. This is something that they didn't include on any of their previous fold cases for whatever reason. This also has a really nice carbon feel to it and has some really nice snapback to it. Goes right into place, so this is not a loose, flimsy sort of thing here. And speaking from personal experience with the Fold 7, it does actually help to open up the phone a little bit to have a little bit of extra gripping point with a case on it versus having no case at all. So if you have a back case and a front screen protector, that should be enough to get you by. Which there actually is a pre-installed screen protector on this. I just checked, it does have a screen protector on there. And there is also a screen protector installed on the inner display. And it's been a couple days now since I first started using the Galaxy Z Trifold. Super excited to share some of my first impressions with you guys. So getting into the phone, the Biometrics, absolutely love the side mounted fingerprint sensor. It's really my favorite way to get into any phone. It's just instantly unlocks and really nice with this more narrow outer display. And of course, it does work also if you have the phone opened up in the tablet mode. Go ahead, unlock, get in. There is also face recognition. However, I just have the fingerprint sensor set up since it's just so quick and instant. And now that we're in, we've got to talk about these displays because this Trifold is honestly insane. This has been one of the most versatile mobile devices I've used. Anything that has come to mind so far in the last couple days, I've been able to do it and do it enjoyably on this Trifold. I love how much more use case potential there is with this, considering that using this in portrait orientation is actually super helpful and useful. For example, Samsung Notes here, super nice to reference when looking at it in portrait orientation here. Reading is excellent overall on this device. Really nice when opening PDFs in emails and things like that. This is just so much better really than any other smartphone. I can go ahead, fill this out. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, short form content is so good on this larger screen. And then obviously great landscape to go along with it. Doesn't fill up the entire phone, but this is still dramatically larger. So I've already watched 5 hours or so of content on this inner display just over the last couple of days because this is super accessible. You can really enjoy a large screen anywhere you are. And then you still get a really nicely sized video. You can go ahead, check out some comments below. This is one of my favorite use cases on the past gen folds, being able to have half your screen video, half comments. But now you're getting a really large video no matter how you choose to view it. So again, the versatility of this is really unmatched. We have a nicely positioned speaker setup here, dual speakers in the middle of the phone. And why I love this so much is that your hands are never in the way of the speakers, no matter how you hold this phone. No matter how you're using it, if you have a controller plugged into it, you are still always having access to those speakers firing out. So even though this is a very thin device, not the most bass on these speakers, they get plenty loud. And then even though the inner display is the star of the show of this device, we still have a very good outer display. I'm not going to talk about it too much in this video just because we've already seen this on the Galaxy Z Fold 7. But for those who may not be aware, very easy to type on this outer display. I can definitely notice the chunkiness more when I am on the outer display just because I'm feeling all the extra amount of heft compared to the Fold 7, which is just so much thinner, so much lighter. It means I'm using this outer display more on the Fold 7, whereas on the Trifold, not that it's even an issue, but I am just jumping into that inner display much more often on this, and that is perfectly fine because between what I've showed so far using it in landscape and portrait, I can fit more apps on this homepage than I would ever need. Now, as far as the creases, you do notice them if you put this in an awkward lighting angle and you're not looking at the phone straight on, but if you're looking at it straight on, really 80% of the time, I am not noticing the creases at all. We just have a really nice looking display on this, great colors, good brightness. You don't really feel the creases when you're using the device. It's just sometimes in some certain lighting environments, you will see a little bit of distortion because of the creases. When you compare this to some of the first gen folds, it is just a night and day difference as far as how well engineered this feels. It is just a great feeling phone in the hand, and I have been using the case with it a lot actually. I really do like the case even though it seems like it doesn't cover that much. It has given me a lot more grip and confidence on the phone. There's a bit of sharper corners on this Trifold, so having this case with the hinge protection and this bottom corner protection direction does actually make the phone feel a lot more comfortable using the outer display, in addition to the inner display, especially when using it in portrait orientation compared to when you don't have a case. It is actually kind of sharp on the hand. So even though it adds a little bit of bulk and heft, I've been really liking the case a lot. There is definitely a bit of pocket presence with this device. Maybe I've just been spoiled by the Fold 7, but when this is in the pocket, it really doesn't feel like you have a foldable phone with you, which was kind of always the case with previous Gen Folds. So far initially, I think the trade-off is definitely well worth it considering the tablet we're getting with this. Spreadsheet work on this is super enjoyable, able to see so much more than any other device. Multitasking is excellent here, super smooth performance. You still have two very respectably sized apps when running side by side. You can run up to 6 or 7 windows at once. This was a very enjoyable experience hooking it up to a Bluetooth keyboard. This is the Samsung Smart Keyboard if you're interested in checking it out. But having a nice slim keyboard to go alongside this is a really nice pairing. As I mentioned before, a great reader as well, considering how thin and how lightweight and how large of a display you're getting here. Now, gaming on this has also been great. So start with some old school RuneScape here. They have updated this game a lot to play really well on mobile. Here we go, level 85 range. Just been doing some AFK crabbing here to test out the device. But this runs at a nice, smooth 120 Hz refresh rate no matter where you are in the game. And if you're doing something a little less intensive, you can use this outer display as well. And similar to the past Gen Folds, you can put this somewhere. You can prop up this outer display and just leave this somewhere at the side of your desk or something. Definitely going to be playing this a lot on here. Another game I really enjoyed to showcase this form factor is Polytopia. So this is just a turn-based strategy game. But what I love about this is that you can play in either orientation. So I can go ahead, pop it up here into portrait. Same exact experience here, nice smooth refresh rate. And if you're able to pair up a controller with this, it is honestly the ultimate gaming experience. So this is the GameSir G8 Plus controller. It's a Bluetooth controller that actually just barely fits the Trifold. It extends wide enough that you can fit it inside, and it's a really good gaming experience here. No matter what I've been playing, I've been getting very good performance with the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor in this. You can really do just about anything on this Trifold, and also looking at some Stardew Valley, just a ton of screen space here. I've only been able to do a few hours of gaming before coming back to make this video, but I'm really excited to do a lot more gaming and just a lot more productivity and a lot more everything on this Trifold. Taking a look at the cameras, we have the same setup here as we had on the Z Fold 7. So here's a look at some of the 4K 60 filming. This phone does have a pretty good feel in the hand when you're out filming. And on the photo side, a lot of versatility with the 12 megapixel ultra wide lens. There is a 10 megapixel 3x optical lens, so decent zoom on this. Here's a look at the 10 times. Past this zoom is really when you start to lose quality. But overall, I would say a pretty good camera system on this Trifold. Taking a look at the battery life, on my first battery cycle, I'm down to 8%. I was able to get 6.5 hours of screen on time using 92% of the battery. About half of that was watching YouTube on this inner display, in addition to almost 2 hours of gaming on this inner display at maximum brightness. And at the end of that first battery cycle, I was able to get nearly 7 hours of screen on time in my first charge. Now I am almost through my second battery cycle. I've been using this phone on maximum brightness all day today. We're at 5.5 hours of screen time with 23% battery remaining. So I think we're going to get close again to the 7 hours of screen on time. If you go and watch some of my other videos on these Samsung tablets, you're getting around 7 to 8 hours of screen on time on all those other tablets. So with that in mind, I am very impressed with the battery on this Trifold. And then to go with that good battery, we also have Samsung's fastest charging speeds, the 45 watt charging. I am super happy this is here on this Trifold. As far as getting this fully topped up, it does take a little over an hour to get it fully charged, but the real benefit with the 45 watt charging is getting a quick top up in much less time. So in 20 minutes of charging, I'm almost halfway charged up already at 46%. 10 minutes later, at the 30-minute mark, I'm at about 65% charge. And then at around 45 minutes, you're pretty much going to be mostly charged up. So overall, first impressions, I think it goes without saying that I absolutely love the Galaxy Z Trifold. I'm loving the outer display. This is a great screen for doing some of your basic tasks, and the 10.1-inch inner display, I've been able to do so much on this and do it enjoyably, which I honestly can't say that for the previous folds. With the squared off form factor, sometimes watching content feels a little limited. Having the squared off form factor, I think it just makes it a little less versatile. Whereas on this Trifold, at least after using it for a couple of days, I feel like I can do anything on this device. I don't think that makes this Fold 7 any less obsolete. I think this is still an excellent choice for a lot of people. This is going to come in at around half the price. But when it comes to this Trifold, it is on just a whole nother level. Even though it is a very high price tag, I think people are definitely going to try to get their hands on this. Hopefully it comes back in stock here in the US, because I definitely want other people to enjoy this phone. I am definitely going to be continuing to use this since I can do pretty much everything on this tablet now. But I'll be curious to hear your thoughts on the Galaxy Z Trifold in the comments below. Be sure to give a like on your way out. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.